there is another lesson or something else I have learned from my uncle. When I was a young girl, now and again, my uncle would make the comment, "Hey, man, Ausie, you should have been a boy." When I was younger, I thought, maybe it's because I play soccer. And I'm a bit tomboyish. That's why my uncle says I should have been a boy. Never took too much notice of it. Then, as a young woman, past the soccer, a little bit past the tomboyish appearance, my uncle would continue with the same statement, and he would say now and again, "Hey, man, Ausie, you should have been a boy." As a young woman, a part of me would think, "Hey, kodwa malume is a bit of a sexist. Why is he always saying I should have been a boy? Surely girls can be the way I am." But at that time, I know in that period of my life what I thought I knew. Let me correct that. I thought I knew what he meant. I mean, as things would turn out, I don't shy away from any task. For example, when there was a time in my family, there was a family gathering, and a sheep had to be slaughtered. My brothers had not arrived, and my uncle said the sheep has to be slaughtered. Who's gonna help me? And he was looking around maybe for some neighbors to see if there was someone who could help. And I said, "But malume, I can help. I mean, what do you need? Do you need hands, someone to hold? I can do that." So I thought, it was those kinds of things. I mean, changing clothes and all that. I never shied away from that. So that's what I thought umalume was identifying when he said you should have been a boy. Later on in my 30s, I was settled, I was married, and umalume now and again would still say this sentence, "Hey, but Ausie, you should have been a boy." But at that point, I was growing, and or should I say, I was maturing and thinking more broader about life, not just in terms of physical things. I started seeing what umalume meant when he said I should have been a boy. What umalume was saying, without this is what I think umalume has been saying all along. And he was using his form of reference in terms of that's how men behave. But umalume was just saying, to my understanding and as I see it now, umalume was just saying you are the head, like you are a leader, you are confident. Because when I look at over my life, when malume would make these comments, it would always be at times when I have shown great leadership skills. It would be at times when I have led the family in one way or the other. It would be times when, for example, I would have gone through hardship, but he would be lamenting or commenting about how I have risen from whatever it is that has put me down, or how I've overcome whatever adversity I was faced with. And lately I've been thinking a lot about that umalume has always seen me. I have not always understood what malume was seeing, but now with the advantage of hindsight and with some maturity behind me, and as one has time to think over issues, I start to see what umalume has been seeing all along. And as I reflect on events that have prompted that that saying from umalume ukuthi you should have been a boy, I am so grateful for my uncle, because whenever he felt he had to say this, he would always say it with the utmost pride, that you should have been a boy. And when simply listening to the statement, you don't really get to understand how loaded that statement is. I don't think umalume was saying boys are braver, boys can overcome. Umalume just was speaking from his point of reference, but actually he was identifying and affirming something to me, that you are strong, you are a leader. I think out of everything, and when I look back, I can see that malume was clearly affirming my leadership, to say you are a leader, you don't shy away from adversity, you overcome, you matter. And umalume has shown it to me in the way he involves me in things of the family or in family matters, in small things like allowing me to slaughter, to help him. No, I haven't slaughtered a sheep yet. He said he's gonna train me because he sees I have the spindi or the liver for it. But when I said, malume, I can help you to slaughter the sheep, that was affirming me, because he could have easily said, but girls don't slaughter sheep. But my uncle never said that. When I said, malume, I'm here, he said, okay, come. Slaughtered, and he said, hold this leg, this is how we skin. And we skinned the sheep and we opened it up, and that was that. So umalume has always affirmed me, and has shown me that it's okay to be who I am. When I thought I was not qualified really to be commenting about certain issues, umalume, when there are family interventions, so to speak, umalume will call me and say, Mshan, you are coming with me. And at the beginning, I would just be overwhelmed, because for the amount of talking I'm able to do, I'm not really an extrovert. I'm very introverted. I would say, but malume, this is cumbersome. What am I going to say there? Malume would call me to interventions for marriages that are older than me. I said, but malume, I'm not even as old as this marriage. Why should I be going there? And malume would always say, because I know you will have something constructive to say. And that has contributed a lot to who I have become. It has contributed to my confidence. It contributed to my my abilities to lead and to carry myself in a lot of contexts, even those that initially I thought I didn't fit in because I was younger, or because I thought, but I'm just a girl. My uncle said, you can do this. So yeah, my uncle has been very influential in my life, and he has affirmed me in ways that I don't think anyone else could have. He has been telling me since I was a young girl. It's just that I wasn't tuned in. But he has been telling me I am a leader for as long as I can remember. And he has stood by me for as long as I remember, up to this day. So, in closing, this has been a beautiful lesson from my uncle. a wonderful affirmation of the person that I am, and I cannot help but wish that every little girl can have a male figure in their life that encourages them, affirms them in in the way or in a similar way to how my uncle has affirmed me. It has given me a great start, in life, and I think it continues to give me a very good understanding of who I am, because I know that my uncle loves me, and what he saw in me is not a lie, because he's been seeing this since I was a little girl, and his stance has not changed to this day. Thank you, Uncle.